Lately, we've been talking about the Daily Beast as a symbol of the establishment's great disdain for Bernie Sanders and support for Hillary Clinton. So we want to go back and check. Wait a minute, are we being fair here? Maybe we're not seeing all the positive Bernie Sanders articles and all the negative ones about Hillary Clinton. So we did our research on it, and I want to give you the results. Now, the massive list of anti-Bernie Sanders articles you are going to greatly enjoy. I'm going to do that at the end. But first, fair is fair. They did have some negative articles about Hillary Clinton. They had an overwhelming number of positive articles about her, at least twice as many positive articles as negative articles about Hillary Clinton, including these gems. Hey, middle class, Hillary gets it. And we're suckers for Hillary's redemption story, which I kind of have to agree with. Now, they also have some good stories about Bernie Sanders. So like these two are definitely positive. Bernie Sanders builds a people's army. That's very nice. And Hillary got burned in Iowa. That is true, okay? And then we were kind to them and put some in the positive category that were in some ways snide anyway. So here are 4 from that category. Bernie Sanders, the next Jesse Jackson. How Bernie Sanders paves the way for a Muslim president. Did Bernie just poison Hillary 2016? And porn stars feel the burn. We put those in the positive category because wait till you see the negative category. Now, by the way, Daily Beast, you're welcome. I know this is the most publicity you've ever gotten in your life. But we got to set the record straight. So now, the comical attacks, the overwhelming attacks against Bernie Sanders, as they feign disbelief, like, what? Us attack Bernie Sanders? Us be part of the establishment? Oh, I do declare we would never do such a thing. Really? Let's find out. Here are some titles. Back in 2014, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders likely to flop against Hillary in Iowa. Oops. I guess it didn't turn out that way, right? She wound up winning by 0.2%. Wow. Boy, Bernie Sanders, what a flop after he caught her by 50 points. He had that big a deficit. Now, to be fair, that was back in 2014. A lot of people thought that. All right, so let's keep going to 2015. Black Twitter turns on Bernie Sanders. Real socialist thinks Bernie sellout. Bernie's socialist dreamland is BS. Just getting warm. Bernie Sanders collapses under fire on guns. Bernie's dilemma, go negative or go home. Now we move to 2016. These are all titles on deeply negative articles about Bernie Sanders. They range in how negative they are. Bernie Sanders' single-payer health care plan failed in Vermont. Bernie Sanders isn't electable, and here's why. Bernie's passed with the far, far, far left. Did I say far enough times? One of my favorites. What kind of Jew is Bernie Sanders? Now, a Jewish columnist wrote that, and he says, no, it's okay. It's a particular strand of Judaism, and there were some positive things in the article. But even within that, he writes, now, most of this strand of Judaism, not most, but a lot of them wind up being communists. But some of them turn into neoconservatives, and secretly, they're atheists. That's the kind of Jew Bernie Sanders is. And my favorite part of that article is when he said, now, he does have some morality, right? When he goes after income inequality and the banks, that is moral. But it's a, quote, unrealistic morality. Even his morality is unrealistic, according to the Daily Beast and the establishment. But we're not anywhere near done. More titles. Hillary Clinton can't go nuclear on Bernie Sanders yet. The veteran scandal on Bernie Sanders' watch. Is there a libertarian case for Bernie Sanders? In other words, is he actually a right-winger? Bernie Sanders loves this $1 trillion war machine. The guy who voted against the Iraq war, the guy who voted against all those wars that, by the way, Hillary Clinton voted for, but he loves this $1 trillion war machine. The most liberal senator. No, he's both too liberal, far, 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 far left, and in favor of $1 trillion war machines. Stephen Colbert grills Bernie Sanders. Isn't this class warfare? Bernie Sanders' big problem with black Democrats. Can South Carolina forgive Bernie's gun record? Dear Bernie fans, a vote for him is a vote for Donald Trump. Did Hillary Clinton just finish Bernie Sanders off? This is the date Bernie Sanders burns out. How Hillary can out-Bernie. Okay, I know I'm exhausted. I've got more. South Carolina black voters not feeling the burn when Bernie Sanders thought Castro and the Sandinistas could teach America a lesson. The much hyped Bernie Sanders economy is a bust. Okay, I'm going to pause here. This is not theoretically a right-wing publication. This is supposed to be, oh, we're just journalists here, generally liberal media, you know. Well, and when it comes to Hillary Clinton, they have glowing, because middle class, Hillary Clinton gets it. Oh, her redemption story, we just love it. But when it comes to Bernie Sanders, oh my God, the Sandinistas and Castro, far left, and the communist, and a sellout and war machine. That's what Bernie Sanders is. I wonder if they're biased against him. I can't quite tell. Now, of course, Chelsea Clinton's on the board of their parent company, IAC. Nothing to do with it. Some of the writers used to work for Hillary Clinton. Nothing to do with it. Some of the writers wrote glowing books about Hillary Clinton. Nothing to do with it. They're not biased at all, and I'm not done. More. Time for Bernie Sanders to get in line. And then just today, Tomasky again, an ode to my Bernie Bro trolls. Now, Bernie Bro is a way of doing dirty tricks where you smear someone and intimate that they are a meathead who's only supports Bernie Sanders because they're males and they're sexist. Now, they say that because, in fact, the most progressive, the most liberal people in the country support Bernie Sanders. That is preposterous, and it's a Republican type of attack to say, don't listen to the policy. If you listen to the policy, then Bernie Sanders wins. So let's just smear them and do a sexist attack against them, saying, I don't trust them, they're males. Now, how's that for ironic? If you think that's the only one, here, I've got a whole Bernie Bro collection from Daily Beast. This is all from the same publication. Hey, Bernie Bros, quit whining. Sanders calls Bernie Bros disgusting. That's after they all did all these articles, and then they force him to say, well, explain your Bernie Bros. Paul Krugman confronts his Bernie Bro critics. An ode to my Bernie Bro trolls. Gee, I wonder if they're doing propaganda for the Hillary Clinton campaign. That same campaign that used to call Obama's fans Obama boys. Obama boys, Bernie Bros. Probably a coincidence. Now, where does something like that stick? Oh, right, the establishment media, who's in favor of the establishment candidate. But I'm not done yet. Isn't this amazing? Bill Maher stuns Bernie Sanders. How will America pay for your radical agenda? They vote for Trump and Sanders to feel like winners. In other words, the most liberal senators' supporters are just like Donald Trump supporters. They're just like the fascists. They're losers and they do it to feel like winners. Can you imagine if you said that about Hillary Clinton supporters? Sexist! Bernie Bro! I've got 28 articles written right about that. Here, let's go print them. Now, last list for you guys. Bernie Sanders parrots the NRA. Can Bernie Sanders be less white? And this summarizes it. Bernie's weak sauce for the world. And then they claim, us? Biased against Bernie Sanders? Why, we would never. Okay, we didn't make up those titles. You ran those titles. So that's what the media is about. They are for protecting the system. They are part of the system. They live in the Washington bubble. They actually love that system. When a candidate promises them no change, they eat it up. When they get a sense that a candidate might bring them real change, boy, does that scare them. So they are freaked out by Bernie Sanders. No, far left. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Socialist, communist, Sandinista, Castro, whatever we got to throw at this guy. Bernie Bros, that's what you guys are. Don't you dare vote for him. Make sure you vote for the establishment. You see that? I'm a watchdog of the government. I'm a journalist. Really? If you say so.